Hi, I'm Susan Clair Anderson, and I'm an author and an illustrator, and this is my story.
Hi, my name is Sheila Grinnell, and I'm here to talk to you about my novel, A Contract.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Wallach, and I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about my new book called The Speed of Water.
Hi, my name is Colleen, and I'm a library assistant here at the Scottsdale Public Library. Welcome, everyone, to the Scottsdale Public Library's first virtual local authors book talk. This is an opportunity for authors to share their books and passion for writing. In connecting the community to our local authors, we hope to showcase their talent and share their stories. Before we introduce our featured authors today, let us tell you a little bit about the local author collection at the Scottsdale Public Library.
The local author collection started in 2009, born out of the Eat Local movement, which encouraged people to buy and eat food harvested from their own community and reestablish a connection between the eater and the grower. In the same spirit, our local author collection showcases the literary, musical, and filmmaking efforts of our community and introduces library users to unique homegrown talent. The collection started with about 37 authors and now has reached almost 800 authors. On November 6, 2010, the Scottsdale Public Library hosted the first local author program called Write Local, a writer's workshop, leading to the creation of the local author book sale, which has become one of the library's signature annual events. Arizona residents of all ages are encouraged to submit their books, music CDs, and DVDs for consideration. You can find the submission form and more information at our website. Each of our 4 library locations holds a section of our local author collection, and holds can be placed on the items from our library catalog. We're so excited for you to meet some of these local authors.
Thank you, Michelle, for narrating a brief history of our local author collection. Each episode of our virtual local authors book talk centers on a theme. Today's theme is stories behind the stories. What inspired you to write this book? Featured books and authors today include Jonathan Wallach, The Speed of Water, Debi Novotny, Where Do Hearts Grow, Sheila Grinnell, The Contract, and Susan Anderson's Everything. Let's see what these authors have to say.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Wallach, and I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about my new book called The Speed of Water. Here it is. This is what it looks like. It's been getting really good, humbling reviews from friends and family and from people who've read it. It's available online and basically anywhere where books are sold. I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about the story because it's kind of neat. It's basically a personal adaptation of a story that was basically based on my life. There were a lot of fictional elements and added pieces. I'm not going to say what was fiction and which wasn't. But the story is a man who travels back to the place where he's born, in this case, Hawaii, when his father dies. And it's the kind of the story that unfolds afterwards that's really kind of neat. It was a way for me to process some of the grief that I had after my father died. But it turned out to be such a gratifying project for me as well, because I really learned a lot about writing and a lot about myself. I learned about the process of self-publishing. I learned a great deal about so many things, and it was so humbling to go through this process, while at the same time pay tribute to my dad and to family and to love and to redemption, some of these larger universal themes that I covered, other than just sort of a story about Hawaii and a person involved with Hawaii. So I was very intrigued initially to write it. I didn't know anything about what it would take to self-publish a book. But over the course of 2 years, I wrote the book, published it, and then eventually sent it for sale. So it's a story that's near and dear to my heart, and I'm very happy about it. I hope you enjoy it. It's been getting lots of really kind of humbling good reviews, and I'm really so grateful about that. But it is available at the library, and it is available, like I said earlier, on pretty much any online forum. It's available on Amazon. It's available on Apple iBooks. It's available at any brick and mortar store. I hope you enjoy it. It was so much fun to write, and it was such a great process. And I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Debi Novotny. I am a children's picture book author. I have been an author now for 4 years, and I just recently published a book called Where Do Hearts Grow? A Little Book of Hidden Hearts. I was inspired to write this book after finding a heart growing on a pine tree in Prescott, Arizona, and I took a picture of that. I was so surprised that I found a heart, and after that I just kept seeing hearts everywhere. I would see hearts on my walks while I was hiking, camping. I would find them in the sky. I would find them on cactus. I would find them on leaves, just hearts everywhere, and it was so fun, and I was so surprised every time I found a heart. And eventually I had a collection, quite a collection of heart pictures that I thought, what a fun book this would make to teach kids about looking for hearts in nature. And it's a fun book for adults to read to their children, and adults love finding hearts just as much as the kids do. So word got out that I was making a book about hearts, and I did start receiving photographs from friends who had been finding hearts on special occasions or in special places or just day-to-day events and outings. Hearts were just popping up everywhere. And so really this ultimately became a book made with love. So thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Sheila Grinnell, and I'm here to talk to you about my novel, A Contract. It came out in 2019. It's my second work of fiction. My first novel, Appetite, is also in the Scottsdale Library. It came out in 2016. But way before that, I was doing something else. I wasn't writing. I was making science museums. In fact, I moved to Phoenix in 1993 to serve as founding CEO and president of the Arizona Science Center downtown. You may have been there. When I arrived, it was just a parking lot. We worked hard with hope. We had a wonderful staff and board and donors and other supporters. And we got it open and we made it solid. And after 12 years, I mentored a successor and I left. 12 years also was after 40 years. I built science museums for 40 years, and I realized at that time I was done and I wanted to do something else. And through a series of coincidences, I began to write, and I realized this is it for me. I'm going to, instead of a world where I'm moving vertically and I'm working with all these people to get something done, I'm just going to sit at my computer and scrape the insides of my soul and be engaged with the world in a very different dimension. So let's talk about the book. Okay, it's about a couple, married couple of designers, Joanna and Ev. Joanna is the business end of the team. She wants to make their mark. She's 48, gotta go. Her husband, Ev, is a different kind of person. He's kind of more comfortable with talking to machines than people, grown-ups. He's okay with kids. So he makes these intricate things that Joanna sells. They get invited to bid on a project in Saudi Arabia. Joe says, I don't know if I can work there, but I want to try. And Ev says, ooh, I don't know if I'm going to have any freedom. He doesn't want to go. They go, and it doesn't turn out the way Joanna thinks. She learns a lot about her culture, her work, her marriage, and herself. Where are her limits? What can she tolerate? What she can't? And that's why I wrote the book, because I've been thinking about tolerance. We live in such a fraught time. People are so worried about communicating with people who are different than themselves. And I realized that I could use my own experience as a museum consultant in Saudi Arabia to shed some light. So I have, I did consult there. You know, you can't make this up. It has to be based on reality, of course. I figured that if I could talk about Saudi Arabia on one end of the spectrum and about this couple that lives in California in a creative profession at the other end, well then, there's certainly a lot of dramatic tension involved. I hope you read the contract, and if you do and you'd like me to talk to your book club by Skype or FaceTime or Zoom or whatever, I'd be happy to. And if you just want to talk about it, you can contact me through my website, www.sheilagrinnell.com. I hope you read the book and hope to hear from you. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Susan Clair Anderson, and I'm an author and an illustrator, and this is my story. I decided to become a preschool teacher when my children got old enough to take care of themselves, and decided to retire early when my daughter got older and married. So after child caring for a while, I decided I wanted to do something more. So since I love art, I decided to write and illustrate children's picture books. Having successfully written 3 children's books, picture books, I decided that I wanted to do something even more, and decided I wanted to write a chapter book. So this year, I'm very excited about this, I decided to write a chapter book. So let me stop here and ask you, if you could be granted one wish, what would that wish be? Well, this is my book, Everything. And this is a story about a guy named Bradley who faces the dilemma when he finds a magical creature inside a geode near the camp he's staying at. He then decides to embark on a rather humorous and somewhat troublesome journey. He finds that his virtues and abilities are challenged as he goes along. But the question I have is it really magic that he needed to get what he wants? Anyway, I hope you find out. I'm Susan Clair Anderson, and this is my story, Everything. You can find me on Google, and that's it for now. Thank you. Bye.
I hope you enjoyed Stories Behind the Stories presented by the local authors we featured today. Remember, all of the books and authors featured here are available at the Scottsdale Public Library. If you would like to become a part of the local author collection here at the Scottsdale Public Library, be sure to visit our website. We are always accepting authors to grow our local collection. And if you would like to check out a book written by a local author, please visit us at the library. Join us again on Friday, February 26th at 6:30 p.m. when we discuss the question, tell us a little about how this story came to be. Until next time, we look forward to seeing you again.